Welcome back. It's middays with Marcus Baby 8150 93.9. It's the number 93.9 is the station. Beautiful, beautiful win. Welcome here Monday morning. Steve Rummage in the building. Nikki V in the booth.
Are here, and I don't know that I have enough time in the day to go over everything this weekend. If I have to talk about my football team, I've got to talk about my Reds. I've got to talk about my basketball team videos. And I've got to talk about my basketball team signing a 4-year deal to play in a $1 million NIL tournament in Vegas for the next 4 Thanksgivings. God. Let's stay on till 5.
I mean, listen, we'll pick up a little pocket change on the side.
God.
We'll pick up a little pocket change.
Oh, gosh,
on
man.
the Thanksgiving.
Oh, look, and I've got Josh Hurd out here challenging the NCAA now because he's out here saying, "I want my banner back."
He's getting comfortable. He's getting the wind behind his back.
Oh my goodness, man! Like it's just too much. It's too much. I can't handle it. Like I can't handle any more blessings, Lord.
I got the ACC backing up the officials.
Oh gosh. I got a ranked game coming up. I'm like, oh, this is too much. Oh, it's too much to get to. But we're going to try to get to it all.
Nikki V in the booth.
I'm not hitting my sounder. I don't deserve my sounder after messing up the open. But I'm having a good Monday. No, actually, I'm having a terrible Monday.
Okay.
But it's a pretty day. There's things to be excited about. The Cards won.
Okay.
But obviously, the Ryder Cup didn't go great. My Mets are eliminated from the playoffs.
Thank you, Mets.
And yeah, so I got those things cooking. So yeah, and my headphones just went out, so I can't hear you. So I gotta go find new headphones.
And his headphones are out, so he can't even hear you. So you're doing all that for nothing. God bless your heart.
I almost just died.
He doesn't even have headphones.
I have headphones. They don't work.
Because why would a producer have headphones?
Because someone stole mine.
Why would a producer have headphones?
Poor guy, man.
On a Monday morning, 4-0 ACC opener win on the road. Why would you have headphones?
4-0, baby.
Why would you not have a backup pair of headphones ready for all eventualities? That's what a prepared producer does. And stop opening.
Come back to that.
Stop opening up the montage with a great call made by the officials. Great call.
Yeah, right.
We were owed that, right?
Shout out them, man.
No, it was a great ACC crew.
Shout out for that man having the stones to call that violent push in the back.
When you're as fast as our receivers, you cannot imagine the inertia that caused him to violently crash into the punt returner, Steve.
Listen, I said a little prayer for Antonio Meeks after that, and I was glad he was able to bounce back and get back in the game. Somebody, look, this text is great because Marcus knows. Steve, how many people did you kick off the team during the fourth quarter, and how many did you bring back?
Opening question number 1 of the show, Steve. How many do you can refrain from names if you must?
Entire offensive line was gone. I was ready to play with safeties. I was like, just find the biggest guys on the team. Put 3 tight ends up there. I don't even care. Can't run the ball.
We just can't run.
I didn't kick Miller Moss off the team, but only, let me be clear, only because of my lack of depth behind him. Or, look, but you know how many times, Marcus knows how many times I said, boy, if Harrison Bailey had stayed, you'd be out of here.
You wouldn't have made it. You wouldn't have made it this far.
Jeff Brohm forgot how to call plays. Forgot how to teach a
Are
quarterback.
you still hiding the playbook?
Yeah.
It's
Look.
ACC time, coach. I'm waiting for the explosion.
I was blaming Pete Nocta because I'm like, you obviously are over there doing nothing. You know, like, what the hell are you even doing? I don't even know what you're doing over there. All right. Like, I keep seeing you pop up on my TV. I don't even know what you're doing.
You look too damn happy anyway.
Wait,
You look like you love your job way too much.
So he was gone. Yeah, he was gone. I was packing him up. He didn't even know. Like, I had to go put everything back in his house before he got home. Yes, look, they were all. It was top to bottom, full sale changes.
No,
it was.
Steve. You quit early, didn't you? You said this is one of those days.
I didn't,
but I didn't blame people that did.
You're right. And my thing was, now while I was extremely agitated, I was actually on the phone with you for the whole first half. And, I think one thing we kept saying was, even at 17-0, in a very frustrated mode, let me be clear.
It's so good when it happens early, too. It's so good. Go ahead.
You look at it and you're like, well, okay. Because we said it to each other 45 times. So, it's really not that much. It feels like a lot. It's really not that much. Like, hey, you get a touchdown here. You're going to come back. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, let me ask you
you're
this.
Down a score.
Let me ask you this. Is it not that much because we're explosive? Or is it like, would it be a Virginia not that much if you weren't so explosive?
I think it's more, look, I think it's because we're explosive. Right? Like, I think it's because we know the talent that we have, and it showed. Because, while today, because Coach Brohm talks at 11, while today, especially this first hour, is going to be very 10,000 feet, bounce around the whole game. But I think it's because, we have, it's funny. And how fitting is it? Look, I love letting you guys in on the phone calls and stuff like that, because I was like, look, we just don't have playmakers. Okay. We had playmakers before. This is the first quarter. All right. We used to have playmakers. Now we don't have playmakers. Look, Jair Alexander is a playmaker. Look, I went straight to that. I'm like, we had Lamar Jackson and Jair Alexander, right? And and now I've got dudes who can't make
Now
plays.
I got TJ Quinn. Yeah,
I know. Now I got TJ Quinn who can't catch a ball that's coming straight down. I'm done with him. Like, he's gone. He's gone. Like, TJ Quinn was never going to play football at Louisville again. Over my dead body was he ever going to. And I was cursing Ron English for
drop.
I'm like, you think Jordan Travis had it bad? You should have been grabbed by your face mask and drugged to the 200 level. I was done with him. But what shows, we have some amazing playmakers when Chris Bell's making plays, Colin Lacey's making plays in the backfield. You've got TJ Quinn making plays, Antonio Watts making plays, my defensive front. Watching even my O-line, I don't think it's perfect, but watching them wear down that defensive front of Pitt, watching Duke Watson and Isaac Brown, who are freaking soldiers, man. They're
Kellen
on the
Winslow
thing
style.
Kellen Winslow, I'm a soldier. You know what I'm saying? Dude, they're out there. The lady goes, and I think she did her job great. She's like, yeah, Duke's. Oh, I talked to Coach Brohm. Duke Watson's not going to play for the rest of the game. And the guy's like, he's jogging on the field right now. Actually, here he is. And he's running and closing. And let me finish it all off with 339 yards, 4 passing touchdowns, and 1 rushing. And honestly, I'm not even sure he played great. Okay? That pass to Nate Karutsky in the back of the end zone is as good of a throw as you're going to see, man. Now listen, I told you this summer, and somebody reminded me of this on Twitter. Marcus, you told him this summer, we said, there's going to be moments this year where he throws receivers high, and it's going to drive you absolutely insane. But the big picture is going to be worth the high throws. You know what I mean? Like
Because
he's
he's putting it in a position where we can make the play.
Yes.
Where we determine if we make the play as our receivers.
That's it, man. That's it. I mean, because honestly, there was a Chris Bell pass and an Antonio Meeks pass. I was like, I looked on Twitter, and don't get me wrong, nobody is held accountable for what you say on Twitter during the game. Like, I'm not jumping.
Are you just going to retire Twitter talk?
No, because I don't do.
No, I mean,
all watching
retire
the game together.
Old takes exposed kind of thing.
Oh yeah. Like, don't go back and be like, well, you said you didn't think he was good. Well, yeah, because in the first quarter we were down 17-0, and everybody looked bad.
Twitter was made for that.
Yes, like I'm not mad at that, but I was kind of surprised people were jumping on Moss because I was like, that hits like Chris Bell. You got to come down with that, big dog. Like, and he was great this weekend. Don't get me wrong. Like, Chris Bell was great, but that high pass, you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
that's the one that
come
gets
on
you
down
paid.
with that, big man.
That's the one that gets you paid.
Yeah. So I just was so proud of the team as a whole because that one, the sports gods, you defied the sports gods. They had already written, drew it in the ethos that you were 3-1 with the loss to Pitt, and you changed it. Like you changed history there, because that was a game you were supposed to lose, and it was okay.
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know.
Well, I like my way better because I feel like it pumps my team up more. That's really all I'm trying to do right now.
I think the sports gods gave a slight test to say, are you willing to see what I may show you in the future? But I don't know if you're ready. I'm going to test you. We're not going to write it in the book just yet, but I'm going to test you to see if you're ready for what lies beyond.
Yeah. I can see that. Maybe. I'll play that game.
Yeah. Listen, I'm going your direction, but I'm going to say we didn't have to quite take it from the sports gods, but the sports gods were in a testing mode.
I'll play that.
Ready to make it to make it to the next level.
I'll play that. Yeah.
Can you get up off the ground?
Yeah. I mean, like, can you? Because that was 17-0 on the road. And I won't even say 17-0 is the most disheartening. To me, it was halftime. The last 2 minutes, you got that quick drive, and it's the
golf touchdown. The golf touchdown. The broken. Yeah.
Yeah, I said that one's the one that was the killer for me because I'm like, I still think we'll be in the game, but man, that one I'm gonna be sick if we lose because of the last minute and a half of the, But they didn't, man. I mean, they just locked in, and it was like the pride I wore Saturday around the town. And it's so fun because Kentucky's like so butt cheeks that like it's just like you can go like Saturday night. I was like, let me stop at a couple places around Norton Commons. Like I'm gonna go. Like I had the whole day alone Saturday. By the way, nobody was there. It was amazing. Oh, it's amazing. I got to consume football all day. But like I literally most times when Kentucky's playing, like I would avoid a sports bar. Like I am not. I was like, let me walk down to Waldo's real quick and give me some chicken. Because I was like, look, you're like, I mean, they're going to be just getting housed uncontrollably, and it's just going to be fun.
I mean, it's almost like you should have saw it coming.
Yeah, I mean, nobody would pick Kentucky. So it was one of those things, man, where it just the pride that you wore for these guys.
I'm glad so many people are acknowledging. Just like I said, it's all the words you use are used in sports because, it's like what they say, Eskimos have 17 words for snow, or whatever. It's like some of the words you use get overused because like tough, gritty, focused, locked in. You want to grab somebody and say, hey, you make sure you say it with the chest. No, that was gritty. That was a grit. define grit. Grit is you come back, then you get punched again really hard.
Yeah.
Grit is when you've come back and every fan is locked in because they believe in you. There's no better reward, Steve, than catching up, giving up a touchdown, and just getting in that, come on, guys. Come on, like lock in, make a play. And Watts, you see him get on his horse. We are outflanked. They are about to score another touchdown, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know how you're going to make a play. Once we see the motion, everybody sees we're outflanked. And there's a scouting desperation to the way Watts ran.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Like, you can run fast because you're just trying to play fast. Somebody over there when they went over this in the scouting, when they said, when he goes into motion right there and we're blitzing off this end, boy, I swear to God, if you don't get over there to catch that running back, you'll never play on this team again.
Mm-hmm.
It was like that level of, you could just see it on him that he knew, like just the way about 3 or 4 of the steps, Steve, were like, oh my God, I'm gonna die if I don't get over here. Yeah. Almost so fast that it worked out excellent because he peaked. And then he got over there so fast, he realized, I got to look up because this ball's got to be coming.
I know.
So he kind of was almost going to overrun it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why he just stuck his left hand up like that. Huge play. And I know, like, you and I are going to talk about some moments where there was just such unbridled passion out there that if you are just a really real deal sports enthusiast. Listen, we're all sports enthusiasts, but if you like to just replay the reaction, if you like watching, replaying, a play 10 times just to watch the reaction of somebody in the crowd, if you like watching details inside of the details, this one had some of the players were so like passionate about a play they made that you're like, I am so proud. I'm proud of the culture that the staff has got.
Yeah, man.
They're bought in. It's the Kelsey thing. When you see how bought in they are on some of them plays. Because, Steve, we spend all this time trying to ruin our love for the game by talking about NIL, by talking about if somebody's, thinking about shutting it down, all those conversations that we have throughout the week about the players' level of motivation and the player. You saw so much passion and lock-in that game. You cannot help but to acknowledge it and be extremely proud of what you saw. Like, sorry, I didn't mean to go on a rant.
No, because it's a perfect rant. I mean, it's a perfect. I mean, you're exactly right, man. That was what happened, and I think that was the best thing about it. This weekend was just that feeling of watching these guys. Again, they played 3 games. They've had a bye already. They've had all that, and they can feel it all the way from the city of Louisville. When that game started and things were kind of going against them, and look, tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, we're going to relook at some things too and go, okay, that can't happen. We've got to fix this. We've got to do this. We'll do all that all week. Yeah, we're going to be fixing issues all week. Especially because once you get to Wednesday, Thursday, you're going to start to kind of wrap your head around. There's a top 25 team coming to town Saturday. At 3:30 at home. And we'll get to that. But it's the feeling of you could feel everybody going, this is the nightmare. This is the nightmare. We played 3 games. We didn't know, and now you're playing Pitt. Now you're just getting ran. And you look, Miller Moss looks like you know, maybe it's not, you know, and the way he kept his cool, and like one of the text lines, we've had so many texts, I haven't been able to get to them all. I'm sorry, but they like this one says, I hope the sideline reporter was right. And I heard the rant she went on about him. She said, you know, in the first half, he was a little stoic, but he kept his cool. She said, I've been watching, you know, she was watching him. She said he was really calm on the sidelines, even though, you know, it was like, oh man, he could lose it at any minute, you know. And she said it almost seemed like something clicked with him at a point during the game where she goes, he was like, okay. And she said he felt like, and she went back to saying she talked to him and he was talking about cadence. He was talking about all that stuff. She said just there was a comfortable, like, spirit almost come over him that was like, okay, no, he's taking this team now. Like, he's taking this, you know, and he's getting it. Now he's starting to command the huddle a little more. And it was cool to see her point that out, because that she probably doesn't even know it. That's been a big conversation on local sports talk radio. And to see him kind of take over that huddle and to say, okay, this is what we're doing. And this is what and now he's making the plays and he's doing everything. And I mean, if that's the moment, I mean, it can change your whole outlook, you know.
Steve, you know what can change an outlook? What can really change an outlook? Like, do this in slow motion. Like, be in this situation in slow motion. Okay, Miller Moss, pressure, quarterback, blah, 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 you know, whatever. You know how slow everything happens in real time. You know what I'm saying? A pass takes forever. Miller Moss throws this ball out to the sideline. He sounds like the dad. Or look, you remember in A Christmas Story when he when he spilled the screws and bolts when he's helping dad change the tire. It was like when he threw that ball that he knew was intercepted. Oh, fuck. He threw an interception. In his brain, it was probably a pick six. It was gone. It's picked. It's over. Coach is going to kill me. Who's the backup? My girl's going to leave me. I'm not getting this. Nothing's going to happen. In the flight time of that ball, Steve, he had all those thoughts. And I'm telling you, when Chris Bell reaches out, knocks that ball out of that cornerback's hands, and Chris Bell comes up with that ball and runs and like gets positive yards off that football, when he does that for you, when he makes that play for you, there's no way I can fail. There's no way I can fail. After what he just did for me. I'm gonna get this football to my guys. We're gonna go win this game. You know, like something like that where we're really just seriously propel your confidence.
Absolutely, man. And you saw it. I mean, he had some throws for the ones we can get on him. He had some ones. I mean, the deep ball to Colin Lacey. I mean, that was just like a ho-hum 40 yards in the air, right on the money. I mean, that's a massive play at the time, right? Just a massive play.
And for him to keep his eyes down there, you know, like I said, they draw it up. Coach is like, you just got to hit him. He'll be open. You hit him. You see that safety get down, go hit him. He'll be there.
I mean, I had somebody text earlier about the tight ends. I mean, when you look at, I mean, that two tight ends. I mean, we talked about it last week. We said, well, how many catches do the tight ends even have? Now you got 2 touchdowns. You know, Nate Karuski had made plays. He was catching. I mean, he had a couple. When you go back, you forget big plays. Like, you forget 2nd and 9s, and Nate Karuski just catches the ball, you know, for a 14-yard gain. And it was because when you're in the moment, that play is just like, oh, okay, well, all right, and you move on, you know, and then you go back and watch it a second time. You go, oh, man, that was a big play. You know, he just had him, you know.
Big plays that aren't gambles are even better. Big plays that aren't gambles, that aren't Oh, you had to win a jump ball for that. Like, no,
Nate sat right in the middle of the coverage, and Miller found him, and it was an easy pitch and catch on a second. I think it was like second 9 or something. So,
which is something we have been totally crying about for the last 9 years. Just, I need an easy 8. I need to know I can get an easy 8. He's probably the best at that sit down in the zone, sharp 8.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And look, I know. Yes. Yep. Oh, God. Yeah. No, I didn't want to move past that. But I know we're about to go to break, just kind of stay on schedule. But I cannot let the first segment go by without, again, just up front, man, defensively. Wow. Just wow. I mean, knock it. I mean, you want to talk about big plays? What about big plays? Before that Antonio Watts interception, what happens? You get a Renee Conga, knockdown at the line.
The back,
tip it. And just, I mean, they were so good up front. That's something that will probably not get as much love this week just because we kind of expect it. And it's like, yeah, that's a strength, but that's a big reason we walked out of there with a win. So kudos to them, man.
Quick commercial break, rolling along on 93.9 DeVille.
Hey Cards fans, it's attorney Sam Aguiar. After a car accident, you need a clutch team fighting for you against the insurance company. Here at my law firm, we come up with a winning game plan on every case, and we've now won big for more than 10,000 Louisville clients. So don't go trying to take on the insurance company by yourself. Let us get every dollar you're owed. Just call 502-888-8888 and let us take it from there. Or check us out online at demandsam.com.
Your home is your fortress, and your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by either Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964 today.
Hey, it's Steve Rummage here. You've probably heard all about the new regulations that have hit the real estate market, making the process more complex than ever. And if you're not working with the right real estate agent professional, you could find yourself out of bounds fast. That's why it's more important than ever to work with someone who has proven their expertise. Like my good friend Josh Jarbo. Josh was recently inducted into the RE/MAX Hall of Fame and named one of Louisville's 40 under 40. This guy knows the game inside and out. Josh and the team at RE/MAX Empire are the seasoned pros you want on your side. They know how to navigate the market, make the right calls, and get you the best deal every time. So don't let a cut-rate agent make a rookie mistake and fumble your financial future, whether you're buying, selling, or just need some mortgage advice. These are the folks you want in your corner. So here's the play. Call Josh Jarbo, 502-216-7590, or check him out online at joshjarbo.remaxempireky.com. And here's the special offer just for you guys. Mention you heard it right here on 93.9 The Ville, and you're going to receive up to a $5,000 seller's credit. I'll leave you with this. Top-notch service might seem expensive, but poor service can cost you a fortune. Don't settle for less than the best.
Josh Jarbo, principal broker owner of RE/MAX Empire and co-founder of Modern Mortgage A to Z, NMLS number 2256125. Each office is independently owned and operated. Modern Mortgage A to Z is an equal house lender.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you're over 50, it's likely that you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you.
Hey, Cards fans. Do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines
here on that
and
Virginia
FDA
stuff already.
treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com. And be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
Summer is heating up, and Commonwealth Credit Union is there to help kick things into high gear. From beach vacations and road trips to backyard barbecues and fireworks. Fuel your summer with My Card only from Commonwealth Credit Union. My Card gives you 3 points for every dollar you spend on transportation and travel, 1.5 points for everything else. My Card is your ultimate travel sidekick. Visit ccuky.org/mycard to learn more and apply today. Commonwealth Credit Union. Here, we see you differently. Insured by NCUA. All loans subject to approval. Call us at 1-800-228-6420 for details.
Most people don't put much thought into the value of a reliable water or sewage pump until they have to. Well, I have a team that never stops thinking about it. Kentuckiana Pump Sales. With over 35 years of experience, Kentuckiana Pump Sales, a premier Ashland pump shop, includes sump, sewage, grinder pumps, and many more to service all residential, municipal, commercial, and industrial needs. Next time you think about pumps, think Kentuckiana Pump Sales, 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, or visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
Could have. If you agree with this sentiment, then DFH Company is most certainly the company for you. Simply dial 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Make sure you look into the Mitsubishi Mini Split, like the one we use here at the 93.9 Studios for that hard to heat, hard to cool room in your home. Again, 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com.
Marcus, let me also remind some people about some great things that we have here, and one of the things that is new for here, and want to make sure we give a big shout out to is our friends over at Barnes Auto Service. Look, and because Phil Baker threatens me when I walk in. No, shout out to our guys over at Barnes Auto Service. They look, for over 40 years.
Phil versus Nate versus Bosch.
Yeah, right.
Say, who do you say? Yeah, I got you the most.
Yeah. Gosh, man, coming at me. No, but for real, over 40 years, Louisville drivers, they've trusted the names Barnes Auto Service. They're family owned, locally run, and listen, they're built on racing level expertise. Like, that's unreal. Like they are actually a part of a pit crew at one time. Like, crazy. So whether it's brakes, AC, engine repair, Barnes gets it right the first time and backs you with a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty. So ESPN Louisville listeners, you get 10% off any service or repair when you mention ESPN Louisville. So book your appointment now, Barnes Auto Service, or give them a call, 502-966-8644.
Big picture, complimentary football. Where do we grade out at? And it's not individual room grades yet, but big picture, complimentary. I almost want to go bigger picture by saying you traveled on the road. Were we ready to go? Do you think we were ready to go?
I think so.
When we got there? I do too. So why are you down 17-0? Like, I'm not saying that. I'm saying what would you say in hindsight?
Yeah.
Like, do we just jab a lot in the first quarter? And sometimes it looks like we're a slow starting team.
You know, because that's going to be, well, because you're dabbling in, and I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this, but you're dabbling into tomorrow's show a touch.
Okay.
But it's okay. We can look. We can mess with it here. Because my thing is, that's going to be the question this week. Right? Like the slow start.
Let's keep it to the preparation side of it instead of the actual physical side of it. Okay, you're right. That's going to be too much of a deep conversation if you're gonna avoid it. Are you catching up on the text lines?
Yeah, a little bit, because we have a ton, and yeah, like that one's one where, look, I'm not like trying to pull rank on you.
No, it's fine.
Like, hey, no, Marcus, we're not talking about that. But that's one I almost want to hear Coach Brohm at 11 before I have that conversation.
Yeah, I'm just bouncing around, just remembering all the talking points from between here and.
Yeah. And like, I almost want to hear Coach Brohm have that talk,
see
about
what he says about, yeah, right.
Yeah. And, so yeah, it's one of those where, like, I don't want to say, well, man, they started slow, because I don't feel like we weren't ready.
Individually, who gained the most outside of Miller Moss?
Chris Bell.
Chris Bell gained the most. By the way, 8150, 93.9 is the number. 3831, 93.9 is the text line. You say Chris Bell won more of Steve's confidence. I would assume you were going to say Miller Moss for number one gained confidence.
I mean, well, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, Miller Moss would have been absolutely.
Okay, hands down number one.
Yeah. He would have been hands down number one. But, yeah, I mean.
Why Chris Bell? Elaborate on Chris Bell.
Okay, because I mean, Chris Bell had one of those games. Like, okay, listen, coming into the season, Chris Bell, he got a lot. He got some pubs started. He got, help me out, David Pollock. David Pollock was just like, listen, 0 for Louisville. He's an animal, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
Got a little spotlight on him.
Yeah, and really went after it, as far as that goes. And then he had a couple good games, but yesterday was a national level game. Like, that was a big deal, right? Like, I mean, or Saturday. Like, he had a game, and when you go 135 and you make the plays he made, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's pretty incredible.
He looked sure-handed on his touchdown too.
Yeah,
he looked really sure-handed, and he kind of eclipsed the corner.
Yeah.
Okay, listen.
Absolutely.
What else does the text line say?
So it's got. Listen, we got somebody said a few have said, look, Pitt come out desperate.
Yeah, that conversation is another one too. Yeah,
right. Like, I agree with that. Like, Pitt really came out desperate, and you could see it. I mean, like, they knew they needed that game, and Louisville
they're coming off a bye week, Steve.
I know. Yeah.
Like we've had this. Like, we're sitting here having this conversation like they didn't do rivalry and bye week.
Yes. Like I mean, yes, and a loss in the rivalry. Like, you had a loss in the rivalry.
That's a recipe for disaster as a college team. What I'm saying is to crash your party. You have a loss to a rival, a bye week of a pissed off coaching staff, a town buzzing over the rivalry loss, and like I said, you're gonna get any coach that's been at a school for 11 seasons. There's a ton of stuff to pick apart on that coach by now.
Yeah.
And those bye weeks after rival loss, it's just all kind of just desperation mode in their preparation. Like they really needed that game. And again, you sit around and you look at the YouTube channels of other Pittsburgh Panther fans, and it's like, whew, it's like we didn't know y'all needed it that bad.
I know. Yeah, it was like, man, like you could see it though. I mean, the way they come out, and even the way, like even mid game, man, like when you started to see, when they started firing off fourth down, going for it, you had all kinds of different things that it was like, man, they really, really need this game. Like they benched their quarterback just out of thin air.
Steve, out of all the little things that you and I enjoy, right? Like we talk about being a fan of Louisville and some of the ways to win, some of the ways you can win that just leave you out and leave you feeling different, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're gonna add this one to the chart, and I'm gonna add this to the rotation that we will never let this go unacknowledged again as far as ways to win. When your staff and your coaches have a game plan to, and I'm going to quote Steve. So I would never say something like this.
Okay.
When you physically watch our staff and game plan make the opposing coach piss down their leg the way you could see it happening, to see that coach, to see that, listen, when I saw Clemson fans, Jeff Brohm and his staff have given me so much in so little time, right? When I saw Clemson turning on, just melting down, and Dabo not calling timeout, when I saw that coach not have a play for that fourth, not even realize he had to go for it late, and to watch that fan base turn on him like they did, when I said, did they replace the quarterback? When I said that to myself, I'm like, oh, they're breaking down.
Yes, absolutely.
And when your coaching staff makes another coaching staff look like they don't know what they're doing and they don't have an answer, and you win a game like that, you leave that game like, I own you.
Yeah.
Give me your soul.
Yeah.
So yeah. Catch me up on the text.
Yeah, no, you're right though. I mean, it was again looking at the big. I will real quick. It was one of those big picture things where I'm like, kudos to Pitt. I mean, they come out and was like, they treated this game like it was our season's going one way or the other right here. Like we're gonna rebuild, or we're gonna win, like we're gonna try to pull something off here. And they wanted it bad. I mean, even going into the fourth quarter, I mean, you listen to Narduzzi, he's like, look, we're up and this is our quarter. Like we're going to win, and then went on to just get the living, beat out of them after that.
Anything on text line we need to add to?
Yeah. I think Duke Watson flipped his switch going forward. He had that dog in him. That's a good one. Hey, confidence. Because I talked about it last week. I said, look, not that there's any conversation of this about Duke at all, but I was like, just in the weird world we live in today, you're in the first couple games and you're not getting the amount of carries, and now you're hurt, and Keywan played well, and I was like, maybe there's something there.
It's buy-in.
Yeah, and there was not. He went out and just played his tail off and played hurt. Chris Bell had a dropped red zone ball, and he didn't let it go to his head. He kept it in his head next play. That was the one I was talking about earlier.
Yep,
but he did continue to play extremely well. Texter said, I'm not going to lie, I was firing off tweets the first 3 quarters about how going from Shuck to Moss felt like Brohm to Cantwell. Then Miller made me eat my words, and I couldn't be happier.
Thanks for that text.
Nothing wrong with it. Look, we get it, man. Nobody, look, you're not held. We're not going to, old takes. You said, got you. Yeah, we all said it. I benched our quarterback, fired Brohm in the first half, but I'm a psychopath. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I kicked them all off the team. Defense played so good, they changed quarterbacks. Shout out. It was one quarterback grave. Shout out to Ron English.
We may be a quarterback killer. Look,
we ended his season.
We got the quarterback whisperer and the quarterback killer.
Yeah, we ended his season. Bye-bye.
Or at the very least, we got some drama going.
I know. It's 34-10 after the ball boy incident. Shout out to my guy.
Shout out to, listen, what's do you know his name? Anybody on the text line? I want to give him.
It was all over, man. I wanted to give him some love. I knew it started with the Z, but I mean, my favorite thing about him was he made sure to tweet, hey, we did get the ball. It was great. Yeah, it was great.
And the look on his face says, y'all think I wasn't going to give that ball back?
Yeah, like, come on, man. Like, we got that ball.
He fought harder for that ball than their team fought for some of those picks. Zephyline. Is it real?
Yes. That
okay,
was it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Shout out Zephyline.
Yeah. That was it. Yep. And I think Drew has him on tomorrow, actually.
Of course he does. Good call, Drew.
I know. I had a bunch of people text and was like, you guys got to get him on. I'm like, that's not really our thing. I was like, we'll let somebody else do it. Yeah, it'll be funny. All right, you want to get to break?
Let's
we can hit that top of the hour because Coach Brohm's going to be talking here at 11. So we definitely want to.
So stick tight, YouTube channel. Stick tight. 93.9. Sorry about that first.
Yeah, we definitely want to hear what Coach Brohm has to say today as we wrap up an amazing Pitt game and then move forward to another incredible.
Don't start asking
game.
Coach about Virginia.
The first one. The first message.
93.9 The Ville.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and the start of the NFL season is here. We have hit winners and won money in Week 0 and Week 1, building profit, and you need to go to FatJackSports.com if you're going to be betting this week, whether it's daily fantasy or playing the games against the spread. Go to FatJackSports.com. If you had Clemson, Alabama, Notre Dame, or Texas last week, it's going to be a long year for you. You need to go to FatJackSports.com. We are going to make a ton of money, less than $100 a week for longer packages. Get signed up today, FatJackSports.com.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, the ultimate lunch lineup boasts wall-to-wall sports and scenic views. When you're hungry and in a hurry, the Scratch Kitchen delivers lunch in the clutch. I mean, where else can you order a 29-degree draft beer and a quickie combo on your lunch break? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Twin Peaks Scratch Kitchen scores every time. Dig into hand-smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge.
Hey Cards fans, I'm attorney Sam Aguiar. After an accident, there's a lot on the line, and you only have one shot with taking on the insurance company. At Sam Aguiar Injury Lawyers, we go over the top for all of our clients to get them every dollar they're owed, and we win big. All clients get our bigger share guarantee, so you always get more. And there's never any fee until we win. So give us a call and let our winning team get to work for you today. We're here 24/7 at 502-888-8888.
Hi, this is Paul Rogers. Over the years, I've seen athletes sidelined by all kinds of injuries. I know how important it is to get back in the game. That's why I trust Ellison Bodenhausen Orthopedics. Don't let an injury hold you back. At Ellison Bodenhausen, they help athletes of all ages return to the activities they love with expert care, fast access to appointments, and recovery plans tailored to you. From joint pain and fractures to ACL tears and shoulder injuries, their team uses the latest techniques and a collaborative approach to deliver real results. Same and next day appointments are available at all 4 locations in Louisville and Southern Indiana. Walk-in clinics are offered every Monday morning from 8 to 9:30 at East Point, Dixie Highway, and St. Matthews. Schedule online at embortho.com or call 502-587-1236. That's at Ellison Bodenhausen Orthopedics. The care you deserve, the results you expect.
Can't get enough ESPN Louisville? Subscribe to us on YouTube at ESPN Louisville for live watch-alongs, play-by-play breakdowns with the coach, behind-the-scenes action in the bullpen, and more.
If you're a true sports fan, you're always searching for that home field advantage. And speaking of homes, I have the perfect realtor that can meet all of your needs. The name you should know, Derek A. Stewart. Derek A. Stewart brings experience and expertise to all of your home buying and selling needs. Derek is also familiar with any and every type of property and location you could be interested in. And the best part is, your home field advantage is only a telephone call away. So do yourself a favor and call Derek A. Stewart at 502-314-9868 today.
Residential shingle roofing and commercial flat roofing are 2 very different sciences. Shingle roofing is water shedding, while commercial flat roofing is essentially waterproofing. That's why you need a flat roofing specialist on your commercial roof. Roofing Solutions has decades of experience on thousands of commercial roofs, restaurants, schools, industrial facilities, shopping centers, all types of roofs, all kinds of conditions. And as a Duralast Platinum contractor, you know that one of America's foremost roofing manufacturers trusts Roofing Solutions with their most important projects. Roofing Solutions is your choice for your commercial flat roof. Call Jim McGraw at 502-741-0858. That's 502-741-0858. Or find them at roofsolutionsky.com. Roof Solutions is the solution to your flat roof problems.
The official broadcast partner of all U of L athletics, WLCL Sellersburg, is 93.9 The Ville. Powered by Sam Aguiar Injury Lawyers. Hurt in a car? Call Sam Aguiar.
The moment you need a water or sewage pump, you should be thinking Kentuckiana Pump Sales. They're like our first responders or essential personnel. Over 36 years of experience, best service, fairest possible price, and it's right over in Jeffersonville, Indiana. People, go see Harold or go see Mark. They'll find out exactly what you need. Utility, sump, affluent, grinder, sewage, anything you need. 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, of course, or you can give them a call.
Jeff Brohm.
812-725-9217. Visit KentuckyAirPumps.com. Hit it.
They've gotten better each and every year. Our last 2 years against them, we've had to come from behind in both games to find a way to win. And this team is playing very sharp and very crisp, and we'll have our work cut out for us. So we've got to definitely improve in some key areas and work hard to get better this week and get guys as healthy as we can and get ready to go out and try to find a way to win. But I do think our guys did a great job of working hard, playing tough, playing to the end, showing grit and toughness the last game. And as we say, behind closed doors, we're going to have to do that every game, especially in conference games if you want to find a way to win. That's just how football works. So we've got to continue to improve on some things, but show toughness every game until the very end and hope that we're winning when the game's over.
Jeff, when you look at Chandler Morris, specifically kind of what he did against Florida State, who, I guess, would you say he's comparable to in teams that, or quarterbacks that you faced, and how does that kind of dictate how you kind of want to defend him?
Well, he's played very well. I think, he has the ability to run, and he scored numerous touchdowns with his feet and extend the play, and those guys are hard to defend. So we will have our work cut out for us. We've got to, take away their passing game and do as good a job as we can with that. Then they'll mix in some downhill runs. But him getting on the edge on the perimeter has gotten him some key touchdowns in key situations. He can extend and make a play as well. He's played a lot of football, a lot of different places. His dad was a coach, so he's smart. So, yes, we'll have to play really good on defense in order to find a way to stop him in the offense.
If you mentioned key areas you wanted to improve on, what are some of those?
Well, there's a lot. I think we've got to make sure we try to clean up these penalties that we've been getting, especially 15-yarders on both sides of the ball. We've got to make sure we're not getting as many holding calls as we've gotten, which has been something that's got to get clean. That's one. I think we've got to find ways to run the football, and if that means being a little more creative in what we're doing, whatever we got to do. But no matter what, we've got to do a good job there. I think, I think we can play better up front, and I think we can block better, and I think we've got to be able to react to movement up front and blitzes and people playing downhill a little bit better, and we got to work hard this week to make sure we do that. Defensively, I knew we would be tested, and I think we gave up some big pass plays over our head, really in man-to-man coverage, where we got to do a good job of staying on top. And we talk about it all the time, but we just haven't been run by like we were the last game a couple times. But we improved and did a really good job in the second half. And, I think special teams has been pretty solid. Now, we've had multiple penalties on special teams, so that can't happen. But I just think there's some small areas that we've got to really clean up and sharpen up in order to be more efficient playing the game.
What evaluation compared to the quarters last? The difference between that, was it mentally, mechanically, the play calling? What would you?
Well, I think Miller's an accurate passer. He can deliver the ball on time if we're spacing things out for him, getting guys in right spots. I think certain guys are good at play action, and certain guys are good at pushing up the field. I think I don't want to give you all the secrets, but I think he can. If you get guys open quickly for him, he can put the ball on them and very accurately and do good things. So he's got to continue to work through a few things and make sure that we're doing what he does best while continuing to develop some other things and sharpening that up. But, he played tough, and he hung in there, and he did what he had to do as a quarterback, which is the most important thing, and that's just keep playing. You're going to make a mistake every now and then. Of course, he locked in on a receiver on the interception, which, we had a guy underneath that he could easily thrown to, but it happened. He's got to have a little more patience early on in the pocket and sit in there and stand firm. But there's a lot of little things, but, it falls on the whole team, even when we're doing well and not doing as well. But, yes, he can sharpen things up. We'll work hard this week to do that. But he got in a good rhythm in the second half and did a good job.
Jeff, I'm curious, when you have a comeback like you guys did in Pittsburgh, is there an impact on the team, like in the locker room, the team unity, that you can sense as a coach about how that might bring them closer together?
Well, I do think that right now that is the strength of our team and has been. I think, we talk about it. It's communicated quite a bit what we believe the game is about and how it's supposed to be played. And, you're going to get the ball 10 to 12 times a game, and what you do with it will determine if you win or lose. So you're going to have some good moments and some that aren't as good, especially when you're playing good teams. You like to say we can dominate and win every rep and out-coach them and outplay them, but they've got good coaches and good players too, so you just got to find a way to to do it a little bit more than they do and realize that it'll be a little bit back and forth. There'll be some momentum swings, but you can't give in. You got to play to the end. You got to compete and play hard. You got to stick together. You can't point fingers, and you just got to play to the end and hope, like I said at the end, the scoreboard is in our favor. But as soon as you give in or second guess or doubt or start to get angry and upset too much instead of locking in and focusing in, you're not going to win the game. So I credit our team and our coaches. We definitely had the mental toughness to just keep playing. We've showed it before last year in a couple games. We've had multiple games in the history here that we've been down, and you just got to play to the end. So I think our guys understand that pretty well, and you hope that we continue to have that same mental toughness, because sometimes it's hard and it's not easy, but you got to communicate it and look each other in the eye and let each other know that we're going to play this thing to the end and just keep on playing, and hopefully the momentum swings to your side.
Jeff, how much attention do you pay to the polls? How much stock do you put into them? Louisville's one of only 2 teams in a Power 4 conference undefeated that's not ranked, and just wonder how you look at that.
Well, I haven't looked at it a whole lot. Of course, who you play and the record and all that and how you finish the year before, all that factors into it. And it is what it is. I think, in the end, for us, we'll be judged on how we do at the end of the season. And there'll be some judgment passed in between then, which is normal and common and okay. But you got to play to the end, even not just the game, the end of the season. And, you've got to be able to handle wins and losses. You look at the national championship team last year, they had 2 losses. So, yes, you don't want to lose, and you're going to work hard not to have it happen. But if it does, you've got to be able to circle the wagons and improve and dig down deep and find a way to win the next one. At the same time, when you do win, if you let off the gas or if you think that you don't have to really grind it out this week, you're not going to win the next week. So all those things can happen, and you have to mentally talk and communicate, hey, let's understand here's where we're at, and just hope that we can win one game at a time. So right now we've got a really good opponent that's hot. It's coming into our stadium. They've already played us extremely tight the last 2 years and had a lead on us in the fourth quarter both times. So they know how to play football and they know how to coach, and right now they're playing very confident, and we've got to be as efficient as we can and come into this game swinging and see if we can pull it out at the end of 4 quarters.
One of the stars of your game were actually one of your ball boys, Zeffie and Wade. What did you know about that occurring, and did you know he had that much fight in him while it was going on?
Well, you're not talking about Rocco having fight and toughness, but no, I'm just teasing. No, you know what? I did not know it was going on until after the game. I'm like you guys. It was enjoyable to see someone fight for our ball back, even though we gave it to him for a touchdown. Especially with the energy and enthusiasm he had. And you know what? He's tough too. So I think he may hear some of our talks and watched our team play, and he wanted to win as much as any of us. And he's been with us for a long time now. And all those guys play a role, and they're fun to be around. And all those ball guys and equipment guys love football, and they wish they were out there on the field. So he definitely stood up for the Cards, and we're proud of him.
Jeff, you talked a lot in the preseason about the potential that Chris had to take the next level, and he showed the other day a couple of those catches were tough and some yards after catch and the touchdown. Can you just talk about his game and what you've seen so far through 4 games with Chris?
Well, you know what? He did step up, and he showed toughness, and he showed stamina, and he played hard to the end. And I just think, when you're a receiver, we had a lot of snaps compared to them. I think we had 90, and maybe they had 50. That's a lot of plays to go full speed, and he's getting pressed the entire time. And there were a couple times where, man, you gotta find a way to make that play. But after that, he stepped up and made a ton of plays. And I just think, at the receiver position, we have some other receivers. We need to be able to spell them a little bit and keep them sharp. But at the same time, when you're in there, you got to know, hey, I've got to go full speed, and I've got to be physical, and I've got to run my route hard. And I don't know when the ball's coming to me, but it is. I got to be ready make that happen, and he definitely stepped up and made a ton of plays for us. The passing game got a little bit going when we kind of had to throw a little bit more in the second half, and that's why you've got to be able to do both. You got to be able to run the ball, you got to be able to pass the ball, and you never know when you're going to need one or the other. So it was good to kind of get that going a little bit at the end, but he definitely made some strong catches. He's got a strong body. He can body him off and bring the pass in, and then he can get yards after the catch. So I think he's just like him and Colin and even some of the other receivers that are coming on. All of them are going to have to play a role and make some key catches. And if teams are taking away the run, which easily can, if they want to at this level, especially, NFL, you see all the time, if a team wants to stop the run, they can stop the run. You've got to be able to throw the ball. And once again, there's other situations where you got to mix in the run and pop off some yards. So, but definitely Chris played a really good job.
Jeff, it seems like there's been an upset every week in the ACC, well, college football really, but specifically when it comes to ACC. What do you feel like is different this year, maybe in terms of just some of the talent or the kind of surprise teams making a push here in the first month and a half of the season?
Well, I think there's a lot of factors that go into teams playing well. That's beyond the coaching and players playing hard in the field. I mean, now you've got a lot of roster change every year, and there's teams adjusting the roster and doing whatever it takes to get the best roster they can, and you see some teams that are able to improve and have talented players. I just think football is a game where there's a lot of parity throughout the country. There used to be maybe 5 teams that were hands down the best ones in the country, and there's still probably a couple that are really, really good, but there's a lot of really good football teams that can win any given Saturday. We understand that, I think, as a team, but it says that you could lose every game, but it also says you could win every game. So I just think, man, you got to really lock in and just do what you can to win this one game that's coming up, and put everything on it and do everything you can to get it done, and then you just move on to the next one. And if you can kind of somehow keep that mentality as a player and coach, at the end you hope that you have a record that you like. But, man, as soon as you start focusing on other things and looking ahead and being angry at what happened in the past, you're wasting critical time, and it affects the psychic of your confidence level moving forward. So I just think there's a lot of good teams out there. It's well coached. Anybody can win on a given day. And we're excited about the opportunity to play a top 25 team in our stadium, and we've got to find a way to take advantage of it.
Jeff, how did Isaac Brown and Duke Watson come out of that game, and how much of a concern is it moving forward that room is really pretty banged up?
Well, it's a concern without question, and we're going to do our part to try to get them as healthy as we can. Those guys, like a handful of others, I applaud them for playing not 100% and fighting through things, and you hope that they can get back fresh and go out there and run like they want to. But I think that's part of the game, and dealing with some nicks and dealing with some things that happen and being able to play through it, and knowing how hard you can practice as well, because sometimes you try to get them healthy for the game, but if you're not practicing, you're not going to play as well. It's just other teams and opponents are too good, so you got to find a way to practice as much as you can, full speed, in order to kind of get yourself ready to go, because it's a challenging game against really good players. But at the same time, yes, we got to get you healthy. So I think as a player too, you got to mentally take that all in and do your part as well, as we're trying to get guys healthy to practice as much as you can. And we talk about it a lot. We want our guys to be honest with us, but if you want to play well in the game, man, you got to try to get as much practice in as you can to get yourself ready to go.
Is it too early to put your finger on a favorite for the ACC championship, or is it as wide open?
That's your all's job to do that. No, I have no idea. I think, in my opinion, every year, but definitely this year, there's a lot of parity, and anybody can win, and you see it every weekend. A lot of games went down to the wire. A lot of games that you maybe don't think are going to be close or close. A lot of games that you think are going to be close and they're not. I mean, it's just a matter of the small little details that matter that go into a game. So no, I really can't predict anything.
Jeff, what about defensively, Virginia? What do they do? What do they do well? And kind of looking at film how different are they than they were last year? I know they got a lot of transfers.
Well, I think they're very similar in their style and structure, and they've done a good job on defense over the years. At times, they have good players. You can see they believe in what they're doing, and they feel comfortable in the package. They have an offense that helps them, controls the ball. They got a running quarterback who can run in, throw it, and score points. All that ties together. So when their offense is playing well, it's going to make the defense look better. But they are playing very good as a team. Extremely well. Very efficient, not hurting themselves, making a lot of really big plays on both sides of the ball. And right now, they're a dangerous team. Okay, thank you.
All right, that was Coach Brohm. So we got a little bit out of
update.
Little update there.
Okay,
and,
some sentences that stood out to you.
Well, it's obvious there's a little bit of a concern with the running back room. Like, guys are not healthy, and here's the problem. It almost seems like we can't get them healthy because everybody keeps getting hurt. So it's like,
listen, I'm glad you started there. I didn't know if I was going to have to wait and swing back around to revisit that. And that was one of the later questions asked or the later questions answered, right?
Yeah.
So, Steve, just recently, I was trying to educate someone, right?
Yeah.
Trying to educate someone with the situation in the running backs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there is such you can attest to this. There is such a delicate balance between superstar not practicing, second superstar, or, star not practicing. Everybody's a little banged up. I know I need my superstar, and I know he shows up. And the coach having to properly motivate the superstar, right? I went into the full breakdown of you got to find a way to make the superstar uncomfortable in treatment, right?
Right.
Because as a fan, you're like, put him in a bubble. I know what he can do for us. Put him in a bubble, get him in the hot tub, cold tub, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I had to explain, Steve, that no, what you got to do with the superstars, if they're not going to practice, you got to have them let's just say practice is at 10 o'clock in the morning, right?
Right.
You got to get the treatment people in there at like 6, 7, right?
Yes.
If you're not going to practice, we're going to have you in here getting treatment all day long. So much so that when practice is over where second meeting is over, practice is over at 4:15 and everybody's leaving, you got to stay there another 3 hours for massages and ice and stem and treatments on top of treatments on top of treatments. And I was explaining to this person that after a day of having to waste your time, and I'm saying waste your time, like I'm putting you in the athletes, like I had to sit around at this complex from 6 in the morning to 7:30 at night getting treatment. You know what that player says tomorrow? I'm practicing.
Yeah.
I'm practicing so I can wake up late, go get my practice in, and go get my training table in, get my film in, and go home. So I was trying to explain, like, those are the kind of war games you got to play, or, let's say motivational games, motivational tactics.
Yeah.
So, when Coach Brohm says, hey, he got to be honest with us about how they're feeling, it's like, if you can kind of get away with just saying, hey, Coach, I think I won't be ready till Thursday-ish. And then Coach says, okay, well, you're on the treatment schedule. And then you go, damn it.
I know. Well, that's the thing. Like, I mean, the room is banged up, and it's like when you're in this situation, you've got a top 25 game coming up this week. You can't get healthy because guys are hurt. So
you can't sit around in treatment either.
Right. No, you're 100%. you know,
what's coming in on text out of the.
Do you want to know the only text that is on unread right now in the entire Brohm thing?
I'm listening.
Bobby cleared house at Arkansas. How funny would it be if he hired Nick again? Y'all don't like these press conferences. You shut your mouths. You hate these press conferences. I don't want to ever hear it anymore. No, but yeah, I mean, but it is an issue, man. And look, I'm trying not to, get into the nitpick stuff, kind of leaving that for tomorrow and stuff. But my gosh, man. But I mean, you have to a little bit. You have to a little bit, because that is one where it's like, oh, I don't know if they, look, the next text just came in. No Bobby P talk today. I'm like, y'all really, like, is that what? Like, maybe I don't know the audience. Like, do y'all want to talk Bobby Petrino today?
There's nobody wants to talk Bobby.
Yeah. It says the stream will text them. Like,
you just try to.
Do y'all want to? Like, we just beat Pitt.
It doesn't matter what we were talking about. It's some people that just want to change the subject. Steve. Speaking of changing the subject, let me change the subject. Nikki.
Okay.
Nikki, I probably won't need any booze, but you got my cheers and booze ready?
I can do that. I can do that.
Come on, producer, produce. Get them ready. You can use booze or trombones, whichever one you enjoy playing more.
Okay, I got yays and I got booze. All right, yep,
here it goes.
We're good.
Here it goes, good people. Your boy Moneyline Maven always trying to get you paid. Every Friday, the Moneyline Maven sets up, and it's up to you to do the right job. Steve had one veto flip. Let's see how we worked out. Number 1, Georgia Tech over Wake Forest, 30-29. Boom.
Easy.
At number 2, Ride 'em Cowboy, James Madison over Georgia Southern, 35-10.
Yes.
Boom.
That's awesome.
AMU.
Number 3, your boy Moneyline Maven gave you Northwestern over UCLA. 17-14. Boom. Then your boy Maven, Moneyline Maven, gave you Indiana over Iowa 20-15. Boom.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Then your boy Maven gave you Utah over West Virginia 48-14. Boom. Then your boy Maven, Moneyline Maven, gave you Duke over Syracuse 38-3. Who didn't see that coming? And then Steve came in with the life raft of the year with the flip. Notre Dame over Arkansas 56-13. Another death game. Boom. Give me another one, Nikki.
Yes. That's awesome.
And then your boy Maven gave you Cal over Boston. Damn it.
Oh.
24-28.
Boo this man.
And then your boy Maven gave you Auburn over Texas A&M.
Nope.
And finally, as if to add the worst insult to injury, your boy Maven tried to show a little respect for his rival. Just the last piece of respect he was supposed to have for his rival. And he went Kentucky over South Carolina, 35-13.
Boo this man.
You know what that reminds me of? That Kentucky game almost reminds me of, like, do you remember the show? Speaking of, even though I really hate to say this, honestly, because, like, I owe the Mets so much for, like, being so much butt cheek. But I don't know how they blew. Like, the Reds are now in the playoffs, and it's because the Mets couldn't win the game in the past 3 months. So
and get it done against the Fish.
Marlins. I mean, well, it wasn't just that. I mean, it was the fact they had like a 9-game lead and blew it all together. Went on like an 8-game losing streak at one point. It was like, this is amazing. But it was like that. What cartoon was it where it was like, and we're here for the opening day of the Mets season. And that's the first pitch, and the season's over. You got it? Hey, he's got it.
Because so far, Halloween's a bigger letdown than being a Mets fan.
Opening day, and here's the first pitch, and the season's over.
That was Kentucky Saturday. It was like, and the kick. They kick it off. They score 1 touchdown. The guy throws the football at Lenore Sellers' grandpa, and then they just get their brains beat out.
And the money line maybe is over.
Yeah, it's like, why did you throw the football at the old man? Like, why was that necessary? And then had the tweet. He had like the player tweeted out afterwards was like, "That's not what I'm about. That's not what our program's about." I'm like, dude, brother, we know what your program's about. Okay, it might not be with you.
Boy, speaking of,
we know the culture of the Kentucky football program. You better be glad it was a football you threw at him.
When you have James Strebel sounding like he sounded in that post game, Steve, program culture did not sound strong.
I know.
From James. And you know how it is where you're just like, I was listening, and you know how you go from ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
You okay, buddy?
Yeah. Everything good by here?
Yeah, I'll buy you a drink. Like, come on, man. It's just radio.
Yeah.
Let it go, bro.
I know.
You serious right now? It was one of those like, yeah, he's going through it. So I'm just, hey, hey, YouTube, let's just do something else. Hey, back to Louisville stats.
We got in trouble. We got in trouble on the quality control chat this weekend because like Creighton said something about Bobby Petrino, and I was like, and Strebel said something negative about Bobby, and I was like, yeah, well, I mean, all he did at Louisville was give us, Heisman Trophy winner and top 5 teams and BCS wins, and like, yeah, I mean, I don't have to think Bobby necessarily has to be a great person to say I'm pretty appreciative of his time at Louisville, though. Like, yeah, I mean, he had the 1 year that was.
I can separate somebody's political beliefs, or I can
separate his 1 year of to like, yeah, I mean, we had a pretty good
run
under him, right? And then there was something about, I don't know.
People would sell their college fandom soul for having a Bobby Petrino run.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, it was pretty awesome, right? Like, but then he said something about the program or whatever, and I just was like, James, I'll argue a lot, dude. I'm not arguing football programs. I don't have breath in my body to argue football programs between Kentucky and Louisville. Like, I just don't got it, man.
I'm just having and I'm having way too much fun.
Look, there's a good chance you guys, like, they probably won't win a game until they play like Tennessee Tech, but I mean, there's always a chance that they show up one day and knock off an Auburn, right? They beat Auburn. Auburn's probably not ranked,
and extremely
at the time.
overrated.
Yeah, and then you just you clap and you go, yeah, good job, guys.
Look,
but like,
and I'll see you. Look, I'll see you in another year and a half.
Yeah. But the program is like, yeah, I'm not arguing football programs and where they're at in the pecking order.
I'll tell you what. When we come back, we're gonna dust off this show with the grades. If that works for you,
let's do it.
Last commercial break. 93.9 The Ville.
Hey, it's Steve Rummage here. You've probably heard all about the new regulations that have hit the real estate market, making the process more complex than ever. And if you're not working with the right real estate agent professional, you could find yourself out of bounds fast. That's why it's more important than ever to work with someone who has proven their expertise. Like my good friend Josh Jarbo. Josh was recently inducted into the RE/MAX Hall of Fame and named one of Louisville's 40 under 40. This guy knows the game inside and out. Josh and the team at RE/MAX Empire are the seasoned pros you want on your side. They know how to navigate the market, make the right calls, and get you the best deal every time. So don't let a cut rate agent make a rookie mistake and fumble your financial future. Whether you're buying, selling, or just need some mortgage advice, these are the folks you want in your corner. So here's the play. Call Josh Jarbo, 502-216-7590, or check him out online at joshjarbo.remaxempireky.com. And here's a special offer just for you guys. Mention you heard it right here on 93.9 The Ville, and you're going to receive up to a $5,000 seller's credit. I'll leave you with this. Top-notch service might seem expensive, but poor service can cost you a fortune. Don't settle for less than the best.
Josh Jarbo, principal broker owner of RE/MAX Empire and co-founder of Modern Mortgage A to Z, NMLS number 2256125. Each office is independently owned and operated. Modern Mortgage A to Z is an equal house lender.
Hey, Jeff Jewell with Tech Restore. Sick of waiting at the Apple Store? Skip the mall and the madness. At Tech Restore, there's no appointment needed, ever. Just walk in and get Apple certified support right here in Louisville. We offer genuine Apple parts or cost-saving solutions. Whatever works best for your situation. No long lines, no Genius Bar, just real help, real fast. Visit us in Hikes Point or online at techrestore.com and see all that we offer. Tech Restore, saving your one device at a time.
Residential shingle roofing and commercial flat roofing are two very different sciences. Shingle roofing is water shedding, while commercial flat roofing is essentially waterproofing. That's why you need a flat roofing specialist on your commercial roof. Roofing Solutions has decades of experience on thousands of commercial roofs, restaurants, schools, industrial facilities, shopping centers, all types of roofs, all kinds of conditions. And as a Duralast Platinum contractor, you know that one of America's foremost roofing manufacturers trusts Roofing Solutions with their most important projects. Roofing Solutions is your choice for your commercial flat roof. Call Jim McGraw at 502-741-0858. That's 502-741-0858. Or find them at roofsolutionsky.com. Roof Solutions is the solution to your flat roof problems.
Hey, Cards fans. Do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com. And be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
My name is Eddie Admoni. My accent may sound different, but I'm 100% Louisvillian.
He may not sound like a Southerner, but Eddie Admoni at Genesis Diamonds has lived here with his family for 13 years.
I love the people in Louisville. I love the culture. Louisville is my home.
Eddie grew up in the diamond cutting center of Tel Aviv, so he knows diamonds and loves the extraordinary value Genesis brings to people here.
If we cannot beat a competitor price for a comparable diamond, we'll give you our diamond for free. We're going to beat anybody's price.
And that goes for natural or lab-grown diamonds.
People shop around and come to us, see the difference, and then end up buying with us.
And it's not just the price. At Genesis, you learn all the inside secrets about diamonds, so you can buy like a dealer buys.
If you go to a jewelry store and all they say is, oh, whoa, it's beautiful, it's sparkle, it's beautiful, it's sparkle, it doesn't tell them a lot.
Get the truth about diamonds from real experts, trusted non-commissioned advisors at Genesis Diamonds, like Eddie.
My accent is always on Louisville.
Shelbyville Road Plaza.
Most people don't put much thought into the value of a reliable water or sewage pump until they have to. Well, I have a team that never stops thinking about it. Kentuckiana Pump Sales. With over 35 years of experience, Kentuckiana Pump Sales, a premier Ashland pump shop, includes sump, sewage, grinder pumps, and many more to service all residential, municipal, commercial, and industrial needs. Next time you think about pumps, think Kentuckiana Pump Sales, 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, or visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
belong. People, remember, your home is your fortress, and your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by either Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course, they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention your A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964 today.
And let me give a quick shout out to my friends over at the Grout Medic of Louisville. 502-609-3900. They do regrouting, recalking, cleaning, sealing, tile repair, replacements. Listen, they're professional. They have a customer first mentality, which means they're going to come in and say, okay, what do you need done? You tell me what you need done, and then we'll give some advice on that. They do residential. They do commercial. Owners Jeremy Wheatley, Audrey and Marty McGraw. Call them for a free estimate, 502-609-3900. And I know we're getting to grades, Marcus. But before we get to grades, speaking of grades, it is fall break. And I have with me a special guest in the studio.
Let's get it in.
Joining us for the show.
Hello, Marcus.
Cover your ears, everyone. Hi, Xavier!
And so anyways, that's you can turn that back off, Nick, because God knows what he'll say. That's our special guest. He got a couple flag pulls this weekend. He had a nice little
flag pulls.
Yeah, nice little game, so he had all that. So it was good, man. It was a good weekend. The other thing really quick was Nick came back with Bad Bunny halftime show. Where you at on it?
I didn't see it.
Oh, I didn't know I was talking to the only human being on planet Earth that doesn't know Bad Bunny's doing the Super Bowl that got announced yesterday.
Hey, great wrestler. Bad Bunny, great wrestler.
Oh, he's incredible. Yeah, if
For
Logan
a
Paul
part-timer,
wasn't
yeah.
alive, which, I mean, Logan Paul's a full-timer now, Bad Bunny would be probably the best one to ever come in and cross over. Like, he's incredible. But he's doing the halftime show this year. So, for the Super Bowl, I think it's fantastic. I think he's going to do a great job.
My apologies for being out of the loop on this one.
Yeah, you're very out of the loop. And I know because I was watching a tie last night. So, it's better than a loss.
It's better than a loss.
And it was Green Bay. Look, so I'm like, all these Green Bay people are complaining about it. I'm like, you didn't win. So I want to tell you.
I'll take moral victories against Green Bay.
Yeah. I was like, you didn't win.
Sorry. This kind of season.
Yeah. Anyways.
Okay, where do we start, grades? What room you want to start in? Wide receivers, Steve.
Wide receivers get an A. I mean, and no, I mean, Chris Bell gets an A+.
So you feel like Chris Bell pulled the overall grading curve?
I think so. Trayshawn Hurry had a grab. He had another drop, and it was that same route that he dropped the other day on the kind of the turnaround, the seal off, back shoulder throw, and he dropped one in Louisville at the end zone. He dropped one this time. I'm like, that's a catch you got to come up with, man. But Dakari Collins really wasn't involved, so I mean, you're kind of just grading Chris Bell.
Were you surprised not to
Trayshawn.
see Dakari Collins be involved?
Not really. I mean, I think that spot's kind of a rotation. I mean, Meeks had some good catches. Yeah. Meeks stepped up and played well. I mean, Trayshawn Hurry had a catch or so. I mean, so the guys stepped up that needed to step up. And then Colin and Chris Bell were awesome. I thought they were both awesome. So I give that room because Colin gets, the carries out of the backfield. I mean, that's the wide receiver room. So I'm still giving him props for that. So,
are we putting the tight ends involved into the wide receiver room?
No, I would separate them.
They're their own. Okay, now, tight end.
Yeah. Hey, probably in. No. Probably A-. I mean, or maybe an A. I mean, there was 2 touchdowns. Actually, you know what? There was definitely an A. 2 touchdowns come out of that room. Nate Krusky, I mean, he had some big catches. I mean, Jaleel Skinner had a couple catches. It had a touchdown. What more?
You get 2 touchdowns out of your tight end room, you default A.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like you automatically get an A.
we can go back and look at the blocking and say he didn't have the right technique
Sure.
on this, and he didn't pick up this guy, or just give him an alert. I don't think we had tight end procedural penalties or anything. Maybe Jaleel Skinner had one. Maybe he had one.
I mean, could be that there's one I'm forgetting, but I mean, yeah, overall, I mean, the tight ends were good. I mean, they played really well. So it's good. It's good to have Nate back. That's probably going to be the most interesting one because I don't think they were bad. They were missing Rodney Johnson. Now, Rodney Johnson was out for the game. I mean, the Katarius Hicks touchdown, the first one. I mean, that was a good play by the secondary.
You'll have a hard time of me bashing my defense on that. That's great. You got bested by a Katarius Hicks. Period.
Yeah, I mean, there was a couple deep balls that I mean, Coach talked about it. We got beat over, so I mean, but that's their job. So I mean, I can't give them an A. I mean, I don't even know that I can give them a B plus. I mean, I think I'm probably on like a B minus because I'm like those deep balls could have been killers. And I mean, I thought they tackled well. I didn't think they got picked on. Like Pitt was just, oh man, run guys wherever. You know what I mean? Like I thought our secondary was good. So I probably give them a B.
Because I'm going to separate that room with the DBs and the linebackers, I'm gonna go C. I'll go C. Because once you start doing once you start doing the math, I mean, look, C is you did your job. You did your job.
Yeah, you were fine. You did your job. Okay. For the most part,
Yeah, C. I think C. You did your job for the DBs. You weren't like you said. You weren't a crutch. You weren't a hindrance to the defense. So I give you something.
Yeah.
Okay, linebacker room.
A.
You get
seriously,
picks.
man. Listen, Antonio Watts was incredible. TJ Quinn was incredible. And TJ Capers, man, at no point during that game did any of y'all go, well, if we had Stanquan Clark, we would be doing well. And to me, even though that's true, like that's a huge loss and you almost forget it, but you forgot it because there wasn't a big letdown in the linebacker room. I mean, TJ Capers and Caleb Perry. I mean, Caleb Perry had a big stop a couple times. Like, I mean, they were, to me, that's an A. I mean, you lost Stanquan Clark and I guarantee you there was, and you get what I'm saying. Like, it's obviously, I'm not saying it's not a big loss, but nobody during that game, I mean, after the fact, you and I talked about it. We were like, man,
I didn't know if you were going to throw me under the bus for that one. I was like, man, just imagine. Look, think about this, Steve. I would give every human on the planet on the YouTube channel the chair of shame if you were in a good moment talking about the game that we just won. And I said, man, imagine, I would make fun of this person. Man, imagine if we still had Stanquan Clark.
Yeah, right. Right.
Yeah. But you just understood where I was coming from with that one.
Yeah, no, sure. But during the game, there wasn't like things happening where you're like, oh gosh, that's because we lost Stanquan Clark. I mean, yeah, so I mean, they were really good. I mean, Watson and TJ Quinn were excellent, and I mean, Capers and Perry were not far behind. So
listen, when they said their name, they were saying their names for making really good plays, not just like doing your job. Like they were.
Well, there was one play in particular, man. Like it was in a time where I was annoyed, so I didn't give him props at the time. But like there was a running back come out of the backfield, he's running wide open, and he catches the ball, and it was a first down catch, I believe, like because it was a good play, but the moment he caught it, I mean, TJ Capers was come from the middle of the field, close him up, and I mean it was a catch, but it was not there was no yak involved. He was riding him right out of bounds.
Yeah, they were running right to and right through their tackles.
Yeah, I was really impressed with our with the linebackers.
Okay, offensive line.
I'm still gonna say okay. I'm gonna say a C minus But let me explain. If Pete Niger or somebody was sitting here right in front of me right now, I would say state your case before I do this, because I also want to hear. And if Pete Niger said, Steve, my running backs are hurt, they can't quite hit the way they usually can. Pitt's an excellent defensive up front, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, when you watch that game, I'm still Pete Niger, right? When you watch that game, we wore them down. And we got the holes when the holes needed to be there, right? Miller Moss had time in the pocket a lot. I mean, not every time, but there were times Miller Moss had a good pocket, right?
Let me take over. Let me take over being Pete Niger for a second.
No, you be Pete for a while. You be Pete Niger for a while. Felt good.
Because listen, Steve, why do you hate me? You just listen to the coach say.
Now, you're a baby. Now Pete Niger's not a baby.
Why do you hate
You're
me?
misrepresenting Pete.
Because
you're misrepresenting my center.
The coach just told you in the press conference, if somebody wants to stop the run, they can sell out and stop the run. You watch it all the time. You watch it in the NFL. They were selling out to stop the run. For the pass plays, we gave Miller Moss enough protection to throw for 349 yards and 4 touchdowns. Who gave you this job? Steve?
I didn't know my center was a titty baby. I'm sorry.
No, he just speaks in sarcasm. He speaks in extreme sarcasm.
Yeah. Hey, that's on me. You know what? I was wrong. And by the way, Pete, he only had 339 yards passing, not 340.
I can't wait to get that text. Jesus Christ. See, I don't mean blasphemy, but my God. 339.
Yeah, no.
Dumbass.
No, but idiots. What an idiot.
Yeah. You actually screwed that up.
Yeah. That would have been a whole other first down, moron. Like, okay. Yeah, you're right.
It's the difference between the game.
Hey, let me play this game, though. Let me go back to the secondary. I might have changed this.
I'm listening.
Leading tacklers for Louisville, right? Tayon Holloway had 7. Number 2 was JoJo Evans with 5. Number 3 was D'Angelo Hutchinson with 5. 4, 5, and 6 are linebackers. 7 is Corey Gordon with 3. 8 is Capers with 2. Jordan Garrard with 2. And then Jabari Mack with 2. Like, maybe, I don't know, man.
Tackles at my DBs. I don't want them on the ground that much.
Well, I mean, sure, we can play that game too. Yeah. Like, I'm okay with that. But I mean, ugh.
No, I'll give the O-line a C+. I'll C+ the DBs too. I'll B- them. I agree with what you're saying, because run support from the DBs is crucial. It's absolutely crucial.
Yeah. Also, Pete, he threw for 3 touchdowns, not 4. Dexter wants you to know. And he ran for 1.
Well, how did he get to the...
Did you even play in the game?
How did he get to the end zone? He got movement. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Look, his touchdown is all due to my backup running back. I don't even know his name now because you done irritated me. Duke Watson. You and the texter and the 10,000 people who were saying that in their head. They couldn't wait for the end of the 2-hour show to, you know what? Play the music out. We're great. Done with grades. Is there anything else you want to add?
No, there is really quick. I do want to add, I mean, gosh knows I wouldn't have needed it this weekend, but shout out to my friends over at Tri-State Men's Health, man. Get over there and check them out. Tri-State Men's Health. And the funny thing is, I don't, I was able to enjoy the weekend because I am feeling back to myself and feeling good and had the energy to not go to sleep all day on Saturday after the game, and was able to stay up and watch football all day and enjoy football all day.
And send me texts.
Yeah, and be awake. And it was great. But get over to tristatemenshealth.com, take their low T quiz. It's 10 questions, 2 minutes, yes or no answers. Go in there, you find a little bit out about yourself, and then make one of those great appointments, man, in Louisville, in Northern Kentucky, in Cincinnati, in Columbus, wherever you're at in that whole stretch, you're somewhere close to a Tri-State Men's Health. So you go in, it's going to be a quick 30-minute appointment. They'll get you in and out. They'll take your blood. It'll be super easy. And if you sign up for testosterone that day, they'll waive that $99 fee completely. So get over to Tri-State Men's Health and let them know you heard about them right here on 93.9 The Bill.
You said it, 93.9